This is David, and here we are at Twin City GLBTQ Pride 2016, and I am talking to
Coleman Jameson.
Coleman Jameson. Now, Coleman, you're kind of new in the leather community. This is,
This is my second year in the leather community. Yeah.
all right, wow. So, what are your thoughts on it so far? What did you think about it before you got in, and now that you're in for a bit? Do you find differences? Do you find it being the same? What is it?
Oh yeah, being on the outside, it was a hell of a lot more intimidating. But I mean, the nice thing about when I first started experiencing is everybody was really open. They pointed me to where, if I was interested in learning about electro, they would point me over there. If I was interested in learning about puppy pay, they would direct me over here. I mean, the community is really strong, and I really appreciate all the different helps that I've gotten from everybody, basically.
Yeah. Have you had like a mentor or anybody who's been particularly influential for you?
Yes. I've got two mentors, Bud and Randy Ingram-Lyle. Actually, we're going out in about 2 months. I'll have been part of their leather family for about a year. So, yeah, from 0 to 60 real quick in the leather scene, I guess.
Yeah, kind of with them. Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, now they've really made a big difference for you, right? And so, what is that? From your point of view, what is that? That mentoring experience that you have. Mm-hmm. How does that affect you, and how does that affect the way you view the community as a whole, as opposed to if you were just sort of freelancing on your own?
Well, the nice thing about Bud and Randy is, we've technically adopted the term Padawan, so it's not necessarily the boy-sir relationship, but they've given me the freedom to kind of explore and be who I am without necessarily binding to direct guidelines, but they've always been supportive of whatever I want to experience, whatever I want to learn about, and having that person goes, okay, I just witnessed this, how do I function with this? And they're like, okay, so let's talk about it, let's process it a little bit. And having that background to just go and talk about it, whether it be I have no idea what happened in this scene, or I'm really stressed out, let's go flog somebody. Yeah. So it's been extremely helpful, and I'm very grateful for them.
That's so awesome. We need more of those, don't we?
Absolutely.
So what do you think is next for you for this, as in your journey? I know that's a hard question because there are so many roads you could take, but what's an area that you think that you're sort of drawn to?
Well, right now I really want to learn a little bit more about, the leather history, go to the leather archives in Chicago and whatnot. It's interesting hearing the debate between the old guard and the new guard, and so I know mostly about new guard because I'm kind of in that.
I still want to hear about this part.
Yeah, it's overheating.
All
right. Interview him for
Yeah.
audio.
Okay.
All right, so the next step on your journey you were talking about, getting to know more about the history and checking out the leather archives and museum, and you're finding an interesting dichotomy between the old guard and the new guard and what all that does.
Absolutely. The best way to kind of learn about what's in the future is to learn from the past and quote-unquote not make the same mistakes. But with it being such a heated argument in contests, in clubs, in just everyday bar talk, it's like, okay, if you're going to have an argument, it's good to have the facts on both sides. So I've got general ideas from the new guard, but I'm still a little bit more interested about, what did it mean to go into a bar and have on jeans and a white t-shirt and a leather belt, and that was all you had to play with? What was that like? What were the sort of important values that we might be enhancing or forgetting nowadays?
Yeah, because there are a lot of them, and yet there are so very few of them.
Absolutely.
Because everybody was so different and had their own deal, and yet there were some universal protocols that were universal things that people adhered to, and finding where those are now can be a road to navigate.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Coleman. I really appreciate you taking the time and talking to us.
No problem. Happy Pride.
Thanks. Happy Pride to you. That was Coleman Jameson here at Twin Cities Pride 2016.